Well, welcome everybody to the Dirt Track Digest Dig Race Products post-race show here, coming to you live from Super Dirt Week 53. And boy, it is chilly. Mike Mallett alongside Adam Buchanan, and we even flew in a special guest for this one, the Postman, Steve Post, joining us here tonight. And how you feeling, big guy? You got me a little chilly.
I tell you, I moved 25 years ago with the idea that once in a while I need to come back to remind myself, well, I moved to North Carolina again. Tonight's that night. I froze up in the stands. But, man, I'll tell you what an awesome night of racing. It's so cool to be here at Super Dirt Week, and I'm so pumped up about the whole week ahead. It's just going to be awesome.
And for you, it's kind of coming home, right? I mean, you grew up a modified guy. Not a lot of people know that modifieds are where you started and where you kind of got going.
Yeah, I grew up just south of Binghamton in Pennsylvania. Penn Can Speedway was my home track. 5 Mile Point was my home track, and I actually wrote for Gator Racing News. So I covered a lot of modified races. Weed Sport was there regularly. Did a lot of Fulton, Brewerton, Rolling Wheels, and ironically with Gator, I would come up to Oswego for some asphalt racing. So this all kind of came together. I only did one Super Dirt Week. I did 1988 Super Dirt Week. I always did all the satellite shows. I did the Brewerton, the Utica Rome, when I run Rolling Wheels. I did all of that, and then I've got to be honest, last year, this always conflicts with Charlotte Motor Speedway, and I'm the track announcer at Charlotte. So it always conflicts with it. So last year on Saturday night, I went home, and I love this is on Saturday night now. Yeah. Got home from the Xfinity race, and I watched it. I said, man, that looks really, really cool. That looks cool. I'm like, yeah, it'll never the schedule gods will never cooperate. The schedule gods did. NASCAR was in Charlotte last week. They're in Las Vegas. PRN has the race, and here we are.
Here we are. Well, hey, welcome back.
Hand warmers and all, right, Steve?
Yes, exactly right.
Yeah,
exactly
you can tell the Southerner here. He's got the gloves on,
exactly,
and we're sucking it up here. But great night here tonight, guys, at Super Dirt Week. Fantastic racing. Sportsman. Some guys chill out a little bit, but the race was good.
Racing.
Yeah, the first one or the second one was the first and the second one took 24 minutes. It took some time. But we'll recap all that. Yep. Modified racing, fantastic tonight. Really good modified racing. Up front, some good guys. The guys that started up front are going to win. They're obviously fast here. Jimmy Phelps, Matt Williamson, shocker. Matt Williamson again. Getting the job done. And the third one went to
Matt Williamson.
No, Matt Williamson. Alex Payne. There you go.
Oh, yeah. Alex Payne in the first heat.
You're supposed to be
going backwards.
You're supposed to be my stats
You're
guy.
Going backwards.
All I do. This is what happens. I throw it to him. He doesn't know what's going on.
Exactly.
I didn't expect him to go backwards. Yeah. So let's start from the top. Heat 1. Alex Payne continues to impress this weekend.
Still good. Front row, both races.
God, is he fast?
He's fast.
He hits a lot of speed. He really does. Yeah.
And then of course Jimmy Phelps has been strong here at Oswego. Yeah. Always good. Wins that second one. Then Matt Williamson was just like, "Hey guys, thanks for coming."
Yeah.
All right. There's one T in Matt. One T
yes.
in Matt, and wrote the check there for that third one. Some surprises, but mostly guys you expected to get in the show.
I think so. I think Jack Lehner, what a heartbreaker that he had that motor problem on that car. And in the good news for everybody but Larry White. We get to watch him in the last chance qualifier on Saturday. So, again, good news for everybody but Larry, but he had a lot of speed, that's for sure. So those are a couple that stand out to me, but there was some really good stories of guys making it in. Matt McLaughlin making it in his return race.
Max has only run a couple of races
twice.
in the modified
this
year.
Yeah.
And
he's in
cool.
Yeah. And a late model start this year. That was the extent of his racing up at Oswego.
So him making it in, Corey Cormier making it in, Darren Smith driving back from a problem. You mentioned Larry White. What an unfortunate break. He got the wall and broke. It actually broke the rim on the rear of the car, and it bent the inner part of the rim over the lug nuts, and they couldn't get the lug nuts off, and it took just one lap too much. Yeah. But he drove back, seventh?
They had a yellow the very next lap. Too.
Yeah, so he lost one lap there, and the yellow gave him the time to get back out.
Yep.
But he had speed, that's for sure. So I just think it's going to be fun to watch and see what he does. But yeah, I think you're right. I think for the most part, those who made it in were the ones we expect, and those that still have a little work to do are the ones we kind of expect to be in that category as well.
Yeah, and now you've got, unfortunately for all these guys, 2 days to sit and think, or a day and a half, whatever you want to call it, to sit and think about that consolation race for some of them on Saturday.
Over what they're going to do or maybe change.
Yeah. So,
Timmer in Heat 1, hard charger. Another driver that looks good. Doesn't have a whole lot of good luck when it comes to racing here at Oswego, but he looks pretty fast. He looked really good in Heat number 1. A couple shredded Hoosiers there in Heat 2, so we'll have to keep our eye on that. Jimmy Phelps, I think he's going to be my pick this year to win. He's the only driver that won a 358 heat and a big block heat.
Look at you pulling stats out. Now you come up with the stats.
Yeah.
He's got him going now. Yeah.
And Jimmy Phelps looks strong.
He's been good here, and he's firing on all cylinders, as I say, the old cliche. As he's come on late here in 2025, he started off rough. It was a tough – they were searching. They were searching a lot. And I talked to him. He won a couple weeks ago at Weedsport, and he said that night, the end of the season has been good to us. He said the beginning, the middle, it was rough. We were searching. And now we finally hit on something. We found a package that we like, and you could tell. Jimmy definitely feels comfortable in the 98H.
Yeah, he's definitely got the Dig Race Product shocks working for him here this year. We got to shout out our sponsors here as Dig's got the dig going on here at Oswego. Another driver that really opened my eyes in Heat 2 is Alex Jankowski. I mean, granted, he hit every boilerplate out there in his second heat, but
I don't know how he is not broke yet.
Yeah.
That little bit of character in turn one. You weren't here last night, but he hit that hole about every lap.
I saw that. I was watching on Dirt Vision last night.
And then,
I watched it. Yeah.
And then like the first 5 laps tonight, he's like, "Hey, there's a wall out here. I might as well see if I can run into it." And he pounced off that thing about 5 times.
Yeah, I talked to Alex before the race. He's a northeastern Pennsylvania guy, so I was chatting with him. And, he told me he started in 8th or something like that and where he needed to go. And he was hoping to pick up a couple of spots. And he picked up a couple of spots and then a couple more and a couple more. He looked awful good. He looked awful good in that car. And that's an interesting combination because it's the winning car from last year, the winning team from last year. We'll see what Stu can teach Alex and what Alex can learn from Stu see how they perform.
I think the best line that I've heard about that relationship is Alex threw a slide job on Jessica Friesen at Fonda one night, and Jess goes to me, he goes, "That little punk," he goes, "he's basically like my kid, and he's out there, I expect dirty sliders from some people, but now he's throwing dirty sliders on me." He's like, he's not getting breakfast tomorrow. Because he stays at the house. And
no bacon for Alex.
Yeah, no bacon.
No bacon for you, that's right. I just think that's really cool. Alex comes from a good racing family. His family raced with us down at Makatech and Pencan Speedway.
Makatech, I love that place. Just for the record, I was very lucky to get there.
I'm telling you what, I was a 2-sport announcer there, fighting and racing there. You would literally, kid you not. I know we're talking Super Dirt Week. There was times.
It's okay to bring up Makatech. Steve, you don't understand how we work here. These shows go off the rails very, very easily, and it's okay because we talk racing, and then we'll bring in guys. We talk
Ed Ziga was our flagger. Okay, if there was a fight in the stands, the yellow flag came out. Okay, if Ed Ziga knew who was fighting and wanted to jump in, the red flag came out, and he would come out of the stand and join the flag. He liked to drink beer, he liked to flag races, and he liked to fight, and I'm not sure what the order was. So yellow flag, he didn't know who was fighting. Red flag, he was in. So
you were a boxing play-by-play half the time and racetrack announcing the other half.
Called the announcing. When I first got there, I'm like, what do you do? Just tell people what's going on down there. So really, really cool stuff. It's fun, and the sport. So I like seeing Alex. I like seeing Alex progress really well. It's been fun to watch it. He actually came down to Millbridge as he was tuning up for the Chili Bowl last year. So a year and a half ago, come down to Millbridge and won a micro race down there. So it was really fun.
Couple more notes, then we'll slide in Kolby Schroeder, who's patiently waiting for us here. Larry
it's
White.
Not that cold, Kolby, right? You're good? You got hand warmers?
Yep. We talked about Larry White, showed speed after that flat, so that'll be interesting to watch. Mad Max, we also talked about him 13th to 5th in that heat.
Yeah, that was good.
And then Heat 3 was a runaway. Battle of the Brother-in-Laws was basically the story of Heat number 3.
Yeah,
and
with
then,
Gary Lindbergh second.
Yep, we were watching Matt's car because we were sitting there in turn 3. Matt's got something with his car where there's no rebound in the shock. Once he decides
because he's cheating, Adam. We discussed this last night.
Once that car
it's the
turns,
louvers. It's the louvers.
The louvers. It's not the louvers, and it's not his diaper changing either. According to his wife, he's got up to 4, but it stays hard in that right front and just sticks. Where you see everyone else kind of bouncing, maybe having to get out of the throttle a little bit. Watch for that this weekend, especially when the track starts to wear in a little bit. The fact that his car can stick where others are kind of struggling there on corner entry will be fun to watch. But we're going to slide in Kolby Schroeder here.
All right.
That's cool.
Yeah, no, you're good. You stay.
Oh,
then tomorrow you guys are doing this tomorrow.
We'll
I am. Come on around. Just walk right in front of the cameras. We got the order of events here. Yeah, say hi. Now here's a guy coming in.
I love this story.
This is a great story, right?
I know. I was watching that race in Lebanon Valley. I was watching that race in Lebanon Valley. I thought that was really, really cool to pick up the win. And in Victory Lane, I might have to go to Oswego now, and here we are.
Yeah, we definitely weren't planning on coming.
Go a little closer on that.
Okay.
There you go. Don't be afraid of it.
Okay. We definitely weren't planning on coming, but after talking to our crew and stuff like that, we decided guaranteed spot, we might as well come, and locked ourselves in again, the Fast Six or whatever it is, Super Six, and we just threw a bunch of stuff at it for that heat race, and we're a little too tight. It's the first time being here. The track kind of came back a lot of bite for the heat races there.
Were you coming in here with like basically, hey, no stress. Like whatever happens. We're locked in. We're guaranteed, and just go out there and do your thing.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, everybody was talking about what our plan is. We're locked in. We're gonna have a big test session, and I tried to get out and get as many laps as I could in practice, and then ended up throwing a bunch of stuff at it, and yeah.
The Batman heckling you, don't worry. I'll take care of it. I'll heckle him back.
And yeah, we just threw a bunch of stuff at it for time trials that we thought would work, and went out. And I actually thought I was third because Larry was right there, so it was 299s, and I'm like, oh. And then they pointed me over to the Fast Super 6 there, and I was shocked, pretty much.
That's really, really cool. How did you? I mean, do you know people? Did you ask people? Did you have a starting point, a baseline of where you wanted to be here on this?
I basically just talked to Randy Williamson and one of my good friends, Mark Johnson, and Peter Britton. And
don't trust Peter.
Yeah,
can't trust that guy.
Them guys, between Peter and Mark, they've really helped me out, especially running Malta and stuff. So that's kind of got us steered in the right direction, and just a little bit of luck, and we hit it.
The helping days might be over, though.
Yeah. They keep saying that, but I tell them when they come to Lebanon, I'll help them then.
How is Lebanon? You bring up Lebanon. I got the chance to go to Lebanon a few times this year. Lebanon is a different place now. What they've done with the bottom and widened the racetrack, how much has that made you a better driver where, hey, we're not just all up on the banks, flat-footing it and doing those things. Like now you move around that place and lines develop all night long. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, you'll go 5 laps and the top's the place to be, and then all of a sudden somebody blows by you on the bottom, and then you move down there and you're fast for a little bit, and then somebody goes by the top, and just the lanes kind of move around. It's real wide. You can throw some pretty aggressive sliders now, and what they've done with the place, I think, has made the racing a lot better.
Has it helped you as a driver to think about now a little bit more about what line should I be in, where do I got to go on the racetrack?
I think so. I think it just helps you just reading the track and trying to see where lanes are developing and hitting the brown where you can, and running Albany Saratoga is definitely helping.
Well, that'll
make that place is tough and but a lot of fun. It's frustratingly fun.
Yeah. This place really, really fascinates me in that you talk about the lines. It just boggles my mind how many options you have. I go to so many dirt tracks where it's down around the bottom or up on the top, but here it's just like a momentum game, and you can find momentum in a lot of different places. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, it's tricky. Like when I went out for time trials, what I thought was overcooked it into 3, and it was rubbered up, and you just got back into throttle, and I was like, wow. And tried to do the same thing into 1. It was a different story. It kind of took off on you, but
could have been worse. I saw worse today.
And then when I went out for the last round there with the last 4 of us that was left, but and it was that rubber was almost gone. So it kind of moves around, and watching some guys like Alex Payne is really good on the top. My car's kind of good floating in on the bottom, coming up, and then down. I think I got to work on a little bit more in the steering to be able to run more lines. But the track's narrow, but the lane is from bottom all the way to the top.
Crazy.
And the rubber here, this is the only dirt track you're going to go to that I've ever been to where a track will lock down and everyone's like, oh, crap, it rubbered up. And then the rubber magically just disappears. It just goes away.
Really?
It goes away. There was 3 or 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago, where guys would come in. Everybody came in. It was 4 years ago. Everybody went in, put on 500s. They came back out. They took the rubber off. Someone pitted. I think it was Peter or Mark or one of those guys went in pit, put a 400 on, and came back and drove by everybody. and it was the wildest thing. Like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, because everything I've ever seen when the track rubber's up, it's over.
It's done, right? So when you mentioned that happens here, no other place in the world.
It happened in time trials, at least from what I felt. Like I sent it in there like I did in the first round, and it wasn't there. You know, it was a little bit there on the exit, but the entry was just gone. But it's bizarre. I think sometimes when you get some caution laps and you're just running through it, it picks it up.
Well, that makes some sense. We see that sometimes, and again, I'm not. We're not talking NASCAR here, but there's a couple of different racetracks.
Yeah.
There's a couple of different racetracks where the caution laps do pick the rubber back up, and it does come back up off the racetrack. We see that at Dover some. We've seen it at Martinsville some. Those concrete racetracks. So I don't know if
we'll just say it's because concrete's underneath.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it is. Exactly. This is the concrete. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
No, it's just it's fascinating because like whenever a track rubber's up, I'm out. I'm usually checked out on it. That's fascinating to keep an eye on that and see how it all goes.
What did you think the heat race? You know, Adam's over there.
Your
restarts there.
Yeah.
A little different racing in the heat and all that. Was that just a let's learn? Was that a test session for you a little bit too to get used to being around other cars?
All of our motors are like way too much horsepower for a place like this.
Oh wow! Okay,
well,
yeah.
So
Lebanon Valley,
Lebanon Valley,
no doubt. Yeah,
so, So even our one motors that we have here is our Albany Saratoga motor, and it's stout, and we tried messing with the carburetor and taking some power away from it for time trials, and it worked good, but I think it did something with my restarts because every time I'd get on it, it'd fall down on its face and then take off. It was better when I started behind somebody and I could like roll up and keep a little more RPM in it. But I just couldn't get it to fire off quite how I wanted to, and a couple times people were sending it in, and I was just ain't worth wrecking the thing. We're already locked in, you know what I mean? And my car wasn't great. I mean, we weren't terrible, but I definitely went too far with some adjustments. But now I know where the limit is, so I can always back that up.
What do you do tomorrow then?
Go somewhere in between. I think, yeah. Just kind of switch my game plan up. I'm going to have Bob Oliver check out my carburetor to make sure everything's good. We're going to look at some plugs.
And everything.
I mean, I haven't run this car since, before Multi-Massive Weekend, and there could be something going on with that. It could just be the air. It's super cold, and I haven't really done too much with it. So we'll just go through it, make sure it's dialed in, and do the best we can.
We'll ask you a couple more questions here, then we'll let you go. We know it's freezing out here.
Oh, that's fine.
I love when guys come over and say, "Well, hang on." Normally we have beer, but because it's early in the week and I have to work tomorrow, like I'm a school teacher across the river over here. Yeah, so I don't get to be here all day tomorrow, so no beer tonight. But what would make you happy when you leave here Saturday night? What is the ultimate objective? Tell yourself this is where I want to be when we load this thing up in the trailer.
Well, you had to ask when I loaded the car before we came here or now.
Yeah, that's true. I bet there's
I bet you there's a big difference, right? Yeah,
so
fair enough.
We were already locked in the show. I would have said I would have been happy with the top 20 and like over the moon with the top 15. But we unloaded obviously a little bit better than we thought we were gonna. So I would be top 15. I'd be happy. Top 10. I'd be awesome weekend. What a amazing thing for us to not even think we were going to come here and come up and have a decent showing. It's pretty cool.
That is awesome. That really truly is. How you've got your routine at Malta. You got your routine at Lebanon Valley. This is quite the process. I stood there and watched. Oh my God, I'm watching them bring. They got a Canadian gate, an American gate, an Australian. I don't know how they got everything like that. What's that like for you guys? Because you're used to the same routine. What do you have to do just to get around this place and figure that out?
I just try to follow whoever I'm supposed to be behind and hope they're doing the right thing.
And hope they know what they're doing. Yeah.
I didn't know race car drivers like to follow people. I thought you were supposed to be in front of them.
When we're going around the infield, I'll follow somebody. I had Tim Fuller ahead of me, so I'm like, oh, he's been here before. We'll just follow him around.
I don't know. Whoa. Be careful with that Tim Fuller. Yeah. He's a sneaky guy, that Tim Fuller.
Especially now that he knows. He might lead you into a bridge abutment. Who knows? But
Kolby, man, we appreciate you coming on, brother.
Thank you. Anytime.
Hey,
man,
congrats. Great job.
Yeah,
Great job, man. Great job.
It.
I loved. I watched that race at Lebanon Valley. I just thought that was awesome. I just thought that it was so cool. I'm always the hometown guys versus the invaders.
See you, buddy.
You know, back at 5 Mile Point when we could have a Chuckakoulis battling with a Jack Johnson. Or
well, you
Alan
are pulling
Johnson
out the
and
names
Chuckakoulis.
tonight. Chuckakoulis and Jack Johnson.
When we could have a Carl Nagel or Chuckakoulis or Mike Colston battling with Alan Johnson, we were for the win. That's for sure. So that's good stuff.
You know this guy, Steve?
Looks awful familiar, but
It's the only guy that comes here not drinking a beer. He drinks girly drinks. Okay, first off.
There we go.
I'm starting right off busting your chops with your little girly drink there, but I'll let you get your headset on. This is Tim Sears Jr.
Okay. I'm okay.
You're more slender than you do.
Whoa. It's not saying much being more slender than me. Most people are.
Was it Brewerton you got the win at this year?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
I another one that I watched. Okay. I see. I don't recognize you without your race car.
Yeah. Yeah, we get that a lot around here.
That's awesome.
Whoa.
That's awesome.
Central New York. He's the guy.
Oh, I know.
Don't let him fool you. He's the big guy on campus when he walks around Brewerton and Fulton.
Yeah, maybe Brewerton and Fulton, but everywhere else I'm not quite so big. But we're certainly good at our home tracks. We're getting better out on the road, and I think it's just like that. We need to race more. We need to get away from our home tracks a little bit more to get more of that success.
Yeah. Sounds good, but how difficult is that to do? How challenging is that to do? I mean, that sounds great.
Yeah, it sounds good, but it is definitely not easy financially, and a lot of time goes into a lot of it too. Because I mean, we still work all day, so it's definitely. Well, I try. My dad tries to make me. I try to skimp out as much as I can, but
Dad, I really got to work on the race car.
yeah, it don't work. It don't work. But yeah, I try to sneak away as much as we can, but it's definitely a lot of work. We definitely couldn't do it without the support of the dad and the business stuff being pretty flexible with us to be able to do this stuff.
That's awesome.
Talk about the weekend so far. I mean, last night, I'm sure you're disappointed with the small block because you love the small block and you're really, really good in the small block. And then tonight, the big block started a little bit farther back, but man, that was on rails.
Yeah, I thought I was going to have a really good big block piece when we came here. That car, we put it together probably 3-4 weeks ago now. We went to the Gerald Ayres race with it and unloaded really good there. And then we messed it up for the feature, so we weren't quite so good in the feature. But
so you messed it up and still got second?
No, I finished 5th.
Oh, 5th. Okay.
Yeah, but thanks for
No problem. Oh, the Gerald Ayres race. Never mind.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was at Fonda.
Right.
I thought you meant tonight. I'm like, wait,
No.
you did not get 5th?
No.
What
Yeah,
did I miss?
No, at Canandaigua.
There we go.
ended
That
up
helps.
getting-
Okay, now context. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
We started kind of deep and got up to 5th, but yeah, we unloaded really good with that, and I was excited to bring it here. So definitely showed our speed off the bat. Our small block car, though, on the other hand, we got a lot of work to do.
What'd you
there.
do?
I think some of it was driver placement and time trials. I just missed it, but so that's on me. I kind of buried us a little bit, and I gave us all kind of a little bit of false hope. I didn't realize I didn't put the transponder on for a hot lap, so I didn't see how good we actually were, and I felt really good, but time-wise we just weren't good enough. So
Right.
we just if I'd have just remembered the transponder, we'd have definitely known we were off the pace.
You'd have seen you had some work to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I gave us kind of some false hope. I felt like the car was really good, but it still was good. We just didn't have the pace.
You talked about driver placement in qualifying laps. What do you gauge that on? What do you look for? Because you had practice, but then there's so much that goes on in a day here at the racetrack. What do you look for on your get up to speed lap? What do you look for?
Well, a lot of it is your get up to speed lap. If you going into 3, because we come off of 2, we go into 3, and you better just try something different where you don't know if you're going to go or not, and if it sticks, it works, and then you kind of stick with it for your good laps. But yeah, and you got to watch everyone else too. I mean, that's what I didn't do good enough on yesterday, but yeah, I just unfortunately.
I got to bring you a notepad down there, and you can take notes. Like I can.
Right.
I have several.
Should have been wearing an Apple Watch or something.
Yeah. Well,
someone could have texted me.
Yeah, there's that.
Why is every guy comes on here? Kolby Schroeder did not admit to being a cheater. We got Matt Williamson with louvers. He's wearing Apple Watches. I don't know what's going on around here. Okay. All right. Yeah. No sticks though. No stick. I hate those things.
I'm not a stick fan myself. My dad sits in the same spot every week at Brewerton, and he asks me if I see him, and I just tell him no. So it just doesn't work. Under caution, I'll look at them, yeah.
Yeah.
But when I'm racing, I'm busy.
How have things changed for you, confidence-wise, after winning that Super Dirt Series race late in August? You know, it took you a while to break through. You had so many opportunities, and not, you know, just stupid little things that happen, like the one at Fulton or something from a wreck or a jingle the night before. But how did that just kind of change your outlook towards all the racing you're doing? I mean, I know you tried so hard and were so close so many times. And like that night when I talked to you, I felt like there was like this there finally. Like it was just that.
Yeah,
ugh.
I mean, like that. I've always been pretty good with the confidence thing. Like I know I can do it. I feel like I can do it. I think we just got to get our balance a little bit better and try to be more consistent. The consistency is the part that we're not great on. We're always really good at Albany, the short tracks, Brewerton. I've always typically been pretty good at Brockville too. I mean, the short tracks in Drummondville, I've been really good up there for some reason. I don't know why. That's kind of a bigger, faster track, and it doesn't make sense why we're good there. But yeah, I mean, we've been really close the last couple of years. We just haven't quite been able to get that breakthrough. We've had a lot of bad luck leading it. Fulton and broke. So I mean, we've definitely had our share of bad luck. I don't know. It just seemed like everything clicked that night. We timed. We were quickest overall. Won our heat race. Drew 8. So that was the only bad thing. But it really didn't matter. I thought when we went green, I was like, man, this thing's so good. I just got to make sure I don't melt the tire off it before we get to the end.
Yeah. You talk about what it did for you confidence-wise. What does it do drive-wise to get that second one, to get that third one? Did it even, or have you been equally driven about the same all along?
Yeah, it's kind of been the same. We just want to win as much as we can, and we just haven't quite been as fortunate as a lot of them to be able to do that. But, yeah, I mean, we're gaining on everything. A lot of it's seat time and learning what not to do to the car before you learn what to do.
I was talking to a buddy of mine that used to be with Robert Yates Racing. He's crew chiefing for Ryan Stone now. Okay, I was talking to Alex Yankowski. I forget. I was talking to somebody else somewhere along the way here. This modified business is so tough because you just said seat time. You are competing against guys that have literally been doing this for 20, 25 years, 80 nights a year. They're just, you got some work to do to make up on that.
Yeah, I mean, Felix and Matt and Maddie, all them guys, they're racing 80-plus times a year. And we're running the whole series, running 2 nights a week, and we're still only getting just over 60. So, I mean, they're still beating us by quite a few nights a year, and all that stuff adds up. You can't tell me it doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, look, how do you get better at doing something? You practice.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
You know, and again, they have the opportunity to run different tires, different tracks, different things, and you know, all that goes in a notebook.
Oh yeah.
And
it's all built in.
And let's talk a little bit about, you're one of the few guys in the Troyer deal. I mean, you know, you have everybody else with either the McNell or the Teo. They got multiple other guys to bounce things off of. You know, there's goods and positives to that, but there's also the tougher side of, like, I don't have anyone really to go to and say, hey, what are you trying or what are you doing?
Right. I mean, there's so many Bicknell cars in the pits. Their notebook's huge. I mean, Randy is probably one of the smartest guys as far as cars goes. So, I mean, with him walking around here, and, I mean, they got 300 different cars trying different things. And so it's just so – it's hard to – we're always playing catch-up.
Yeah.
And – our notebooks are so small, we only got a handful of guys in the Troyer cars, so the notebooks aren't really big. And all the guys we got in them, I'm one of the only ones that travels around and races quite a bit. So it's definitely feels like we're kind of a little bit on an island, but we're definitely gaining on it. And too, that island does help. Like at the end of last year, I felt like we were really good pretty well everywhere we went and had good speed, but then we kind of got lax on it a little bit, and then everyone catches up. So I mean, it just kind of is what it is. We're just a little fish right now.
The positive about the island, though, is when you hit something,
Yeah. Right.
everybody don't know it, and nobody else has
Yeah.
any idea.
This week on Wing Nation, our sprint car show, we had Tanner Thorson on. He's running coilovers on his sprint car.
Yeah, I've been paying attention. That's badass.
And it's just badass
Oh, yeah.
and that sort of thing. And I asked him that question. I said, the problem of it is you can't go 2 trailers down and ask
Right.
anybody and everything. And he actually, Ricky Warner, he has conversations with Ricky Warner, and he said, Ricky, come over and look at my car. I'm telling you, this is what I'm doing with it. And Ricky's
Right.
like, wow, bullshit. I'm not doing it. And he just
Right.
he said, and he does that and that sort of thing. So I said, do you like that? And he said, when we find something good, I love it. And they've found something good
Oh,
here.
yeah.
They've won 2 races here. They won at Lernerville and Pat's Valley.
Yeah.
So that island is that island can be a lonely place at times,
Yeah.
and then at other times you find something. That island is like you're
Yeah.
not sharing it with every
Yeah.
other car in the pit area.
Everyone's paddling to your island.
exactly.
Yeah, no, he's definitely been pretty good.
Been
as of late.
fascinating to
Yeah.
watch. Yeah, just talk to him. He's such an interesting character, and just to someone to do it different, And then we talked about the Dave Blaney car at Sharon. I mean,
Yeah, that thing was wild. They always got something different going on down there.
Dave is like the mad scientist. He is,
Yeah.
And Dave will work 3 years to have 1 car ready for one good World of Outlaw race, which is what they did, and he whooped them. So I love the ingenuity and some of the uniqueness that you can have with a Troyer, as long as you can sort it out and find speed with it. That's the thing.
Yeah, I mean, like that tonight we were really good with our Troyer, but our small block car wasn't great. But we're gonna fix that for tomorrow. We're gonna start a little deep in the Consi, but we're gonna make it forward.
Yeah, and you got the help for you is you're running both.
Yeah.
So you kind of get to see, okay, here's what the track's kind of doing all day and all night,
Right.
and kind of a little bit of a notebook. Obviously, they drive differently with the horsepower and
Yeah.
all of that, but you have some of those notes you can go back to.
Yeah, and I mean, we went like the polar opposite way today with our big block car because we figured out what not to do yesterday. So it's definitely a little more track time too. Seat time here and getting laps. I mean, it all helps because everyone's only here once a year, so I mean, laps always help.
And it's still different every year.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I don't think we've come here and it's been the same ever.
No. I mean, the track always races different. Sometimes, sometimes it just gets really bottom dominant, but we haven't seen that at all this year.
No.
So I mean, it's been a really good race.
Quick cars up top at times, that's for sure.
You got to work tomorrow morning, or Dad gonna let you just stay here and work on the race cars?
Oh no, I took this week off.
Oh, okay, all right,
Yeah.
all right. I'm gonna have to talk with your
I
dad
haven't
about that,
worked
letting
yet
you
this
slack
week.
off like that.
Yeah, yeah. That's what my grandfather and my dad let me know. We certainly ain't been working enough for how much we've been playing.
You have the week off, but there's a cost. You have to hear about it, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But
awesome.
well, buddy, hey man, I'll let you go enjoy the night a little bit.
Hey,
all
good
right?
meeting you. Good seeing you.
You
Like I
too.
said, I recognize the car now and recognize it was good chatting with you. That's for sure.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
yeah.
you know what? Put the DTD fire suit on in the small
I've been
block.
saving it all week.
Oh, I can't wait.
I've
I
been
can't
saving
wait.
it. My wife does laundry once a week, and she only washes my suits if she absolutely has to. So
Okay.
she washed it because I wore it at the Outlaws. That worked out good too.
Well, don't blame me, all right? I was I had fun. I was at the National Open.
Yeah, I mean, you were at a badass race too, so it doesn't really matter.
exactly.
They're all good races.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
So.
But well, hey, thanks, buddy. Don't drink too many Surfsides. I know after 3, your wife's gonna have to carry you into the trailer.
No, she's not here tonight.
Okay, all right.
I gotta go down to they got the fire all stoked up. Got some food cooking.
Oh,
We're
so
gonna
you're
sit next
good.
to the fire, have a couple more drinks, and get some food, and then I'm heading home tonight.
All
My
right,
wife
buddy.
and kids will be here tomorrow. So.
Nice. All right, brother. Good seeing you, man. Thanks
Yep.
for the time,
Good
as
seeing you.
always. Adam, want to hop back in quick here for just a second? Because
See, this is so cool because I don't watch all the dirt races, but I watch Brewerton and I watch Lebanon Valley. I guess I picked
Yeah.
the right two
Yeah, oh, yeah.
to
Good ones.
watch with Kolby and Tim there, and I just think we live in such a neat time with even being able to do things like this,
Yeah.
to be able to talk racing and stay in touch with things that we love that maybe you're not that close by. I just think that's awesome. It's really cool to hang out with Tim and with Kolby. That is neat to have conversations with those guys.
yeah, before Art wants us to get into the schedule here of events for tomorrow, let's recap quick. We're just gonna do the Sportsman recap winners,
Yep.
and then we'll move it, throw it over to the schedule. Then we'll wrap this thing up because
Yeah.
it's chilly and
Go find some heat.
Yeah.
Put a log on the fire.
yeah. You camping or what are you doing?
I'm at a hotel down in Syracuse, so I'm all right once I get there.
Yeah, it's not that bad of a ride. I drive from
No.
Brewerton every day. I can work up
yeah,
here. So.
no, it won't be bad once I get in the car.
Yeah, yeah. Heat is cranked. Heated seats on.
Yes, that's right. Yes.
All right, Adam, wrap it up with
Yep.
with
So we got the heats for the Dirt Car Sportsman. Heat 1, Richard Murtaugh. Won it going away. Chris Darling coming home second from the third spot. Tanner Warner out of Gloversville finished third. You know, Tanner, no stranger to a bigger style racetrack. Races at Fonda a lot. So good top three there. Tony Finch out of Pennville. He brewed in Fulton Speedway regular, finishing fourth. Let's see, heat number 2. Saw the lunchbox.
Chad
Edwards.
Fonda guy. You're saying Fonda guys are doing pretty good.
Yep. It's similar style racetrack. Mike Fowler came home second. Jessica Power.
Yep.
She's locked
Good.
into the Super 6.
Yep.
Just barely in qualifying, and then follows that up with a top 3 in Heat 2. And then Heat 3 as well, Zachary Buff, Kevin Chaffee, and then Cody Manita, another Bruner Fulton Speedway
good.
regular.
Yeah, looking good.
In the top 3 for Heat 3. And then Heat 4, Heat 4 was Murtaugh, Darling, Warner, and then
go back to 1.
Heat 1 was Gavin Isley,
There you go.
Emmett Waldron,
He'll get there.
who's battling in the points, and Cameron Tuttle in the 35T. Cody McPherson up 4 spots to 4th. He had a abysmal qualifying run considering how
he owned it too. I talked to him
Yeah.
in the pre-race. So let's go to the schedule here so we can talk about what's going to happen here tomorrow. And before Adam does that, remember to stay tuned to Dirt Track Digest. We are going to have a live show tomorrow. The plan is at some point in the midday portion, and I'll tell you this, guys, I'll probably be watching because I will be at work, so it's going to be on YouTube.
We'll work on
Yep.
it.
A lot of
We'll be
pressure
all right.
here, Steve. Okay, a lot
I'm
of
a nervous
pressure
wreck.
here.
I'm a
we
nervous
have
wreck, yes.
we have some special stuff going on. It's going to be an interactive show. We're going to talk to a lot of the pro stock drivers who haven't gotten much love this week. So we're
And
going
those
to
guys, if you don't know, they are the best.
Yeah.
My
Cousin
cousin
Luke will be a
cousin
fun
Luke
one.
is
Cousin Luke,
hilarious.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. It's going to be
Yeah.
great.
So, pro stock drivers, we'll have a 3:58 pre-race show as well. So here's what it pretty much looks like. We have chapel service at 10. So all you people in the party island right now having fun, 10 o'clock, be there for Mass.
Sober up and get there.
That's right. The Midway opens at 11, as is the drivers' meeting for the Sportsman. Grandstands also open at 11. Then we have the drivers' meeting for the Billy Whitaker's Cars and Trucks 200. And that is all on Saturday. I'm reading the complete wrong schedule.
You're doing
so
a great job here.
I'm doing
We got the
fantastic
Sportsman
job.
we got the Sportsman in the big blocks. How about the Pro
Saturday,
Stocks?
yeah, let's go to the Pro Stocks
and
358.
Yep.
Pro Stocks. Drivers meeting 11. Grandstand opens at 11. Chapel service still at 10. We got the drivers meeting at 11:30. Cornhole tournament. The last chance showdowns go off at 2.
2
Okay.
o'clock.
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock racing on the track.
So
And that's
we'll
gonna
have.
Be, I don't know if they have a. Do they have a pro stock?
They have one Pro Stock
Okay.
Last Chance Showdown, 10 laps, and then the Dirt Car 358 Last Chance Showdowns, 2 of those, 15 laps each. And then promptly at 3 o'clock, we'll have the I Love New York 50 opening
Guess
ceremonies.
who's the Grand Marshal?
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Look at you.
I don't mean to brag or anything, but
They're like, we need a guy from Mock Attack to
we-
Grand Marshal this thing. So they're like, who
no,
can we
let's
find?
see. This one can't do it. 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 Let's get
Give
Post. He'll do it. He'll
Give
do
yourself
it.
some credit, Steve.
No, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be fun. Pro Stocks, I watched last night. I watched the heat races and everything last night. It looks really, really cool. So good stuff.
Well, it's been fun, guys. As
Yeah.
always, again, thanks to everybody watching home. I want to thank our friends at Dig Race Products for stepping up, helping us out as they do the last few seasons. We appreciate their support. And, of course, for Adam Buchanan, for the Postman, Steve Post. My name is Mike Mallett. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned to DirtTrackDigest.com for all the latest news, notes, and quotes right here from Super Dirt Week 53.
We'll see you tomorrow.